In the deepest parts of our planet, there are realms that have never known the sun. These lightless abysses have preserved secrets from epochs long past. It is here, under unimaginable pressure, that evolution sometimes chooses a terrifyingly different design. A design carried forward on the jaws of legend, armed with teeth. For generations, the consensus among learned men has been absolute. The Megalodon is gone. They declared this titan of the seas extinct, unable to adapt to our rapidly changing world. It was too massive, too dominant, too intrinsically tied to an older ocean to possibly survive. But what if that certainty, that comfortable dismissal, has been entirely wrong? What unimaginable entity continues to patrol the unseen chasms beneath our churning surface? Tonight, we breach the surface of one of the ocean's most profound and disturbing secrets. We explore a chilling possibility that actively defies everything we think we know about survival. The Megalodon, the very definition of the big tooth, was a predator exceeding 60 feet in length. Its sheer bulk made the mightiest great white seem like an insignificant, juvenile shape. Yet, old mariners' logs speak of shadows, so vast they could momentarily steal the daylight from the deck. Sailors told tales of unnatural swells appearing from a calm sea, as if a mountain moved below. These accounts were safely relegated to myth and sailors' fancy for centuries. That is, until advanced tracking technology captured something it was never supposed to detect. In 2014, near the African coast, a tagged great white executed an utterly impossible descent. It plummeted hundreds of meters in a matter of mere seconds, defying known physiology. Then, the tracking beacon registered an instantaneous, drastic spike in local temperature. It was as if that massive shark was instantly enveloped by something else that was both enormous and warm. Experts scrambled, offering plausible but unsatisfying explanations for the anomaly. Theories ranged from thermal vents to giant squid encounters, or simple gear failure. But the local fishermen who witnessed the chaos firsthand held a far more terrifying explanation. They swore they saw a moving shadow beneath them, a dark mass equal to the length of their entire boat. Whatever consumed that tracker, bearing shark was an animal that dwarfed it completely. This incident prompted a covert investigation into the crushing depths, Operation Deep Signal. For over a week, their powerful equipment transmitted nothing but empty static and void. Then, during the quietest hours of the 12th night, the equipment finally registered a contact. The return signal was massive, impossibly large, and unlike any known geological formation. The crew watched in petrified silence as the huge form began a slow, inexorable ascent towards them. The captain could only manage a strained whisper that the colossal thing was approaching them directly. Then came the unbelievable, violent impact that sent the entire vessel sideways in the water. The sheer force knocked out all external lights, plunging them into absolute, terrifying blackness. For the next agonizing seconds, the audio log captured only screams mixed with a deep, resonant bellow. This unknown creature remained beside their crippled sub, patiently lingering, observing them. And then, as suddenly as it arrived, the massive presence simply melted back into the infinite dark. Following that encounter, colossal whale carcasses began washing up on distant, disparate coastlines. These ocean giants displayed clear semicircular wounds, each bite mark nearly 2 meters wide. Marine specialists quietly conceded that these injuries did not align with any known predator. The gouges matched nothing recorded, yet they possessed a terrifying, unmistakable geometry. Then, in 2021, tourists near Guadalupe Island captured something indisputable on video. A shape submerged near their vessel was visibly longer than the boat itself, moving with slow, incredible force. Skeptics argued it was merely a large whale or a trick of the light filtering through the water. That all changed the moment a genuine tooth fragment surfaced from the deep. In 2022, a diver near the Mariana Trench recovered something deemed scientifically impossible. It was undeniably a megalodon tooth, yet its edges were razor, sharp, and utterly unfossilized. Microscopic analysis revealed minute traces of fresh, modern whale tissue embedded within its structure. Carbon dating became erratic, oscillating between deep antiquity and the very recent past. The official internal report was swiftly classified and subsequently buried beneath layers of secrecy. However, one leaked line confirmed the terrifying reality of the findings. It simply stated, "This tooth is not from a dead species." Since that revelation, the official response has been one of calculated, total silence. Sonar archives from key research institutes have mysteriously vanished overnight. Research personnel have been abruptly transferred to unrelated remote assignments, without explanation. Naval assets are now frequently deployed to patrol obscure, deep-sea regions with no public justification. It is clear that someone in power possesses actionable intelligence regarding this deep anomaly, and that knowledge is being guarded with unprecedented, almost desperate, levels of secrecy. Recent deep mapping technology has uncovered something astounding in the ocean floor geology. These maps reveal vast, interconnected subterranean corridors connecting the world's most remote chasms. These passages are wide and long enough to accommodate the passage of truly immense, unseen life forms. The theory posits that the Megalodon did not perish, but instead radically adapted to the deep. It retreated into the true Haddle zones, following the migratory routes of deep-diving whale populations. The ultimate predator always follows its most substantial food source, no matter how far it runs. This suggests a cyclical pattern where the giant occasionally rises from its hidden domain. In 2024, a small research vessel studying unusual deep whale vocalizations sent a final, desperate signal. The garbled transmission contained phrases of sheer terror, describing the creature circling their hull. Their last intelligible words were a broken attempt to convey the monster's unbelievable scale. The signal cut out abruptly as they announced the entire boat was being compromised by the entity. That research vessel and its crew were never located by any subsequent search effort. Only the salvaged voyage recorder eventually washed up days later on a remote shore. Its final recording contained one devastating piece of evidence: a monstrous, low-frequency roar. It was a sound deeper, louder, and more fundamentally alien than any recorded whale or known shark. Perhaps this entire narrative is merely coincidence, the fever dream of exhausted oceanographers. Maybe the shadows are just optical illusions, playing tricks in the crushing, black water. Yet the deep ocean remains the last true frontier, mostly unmapped, inherently hostile, and utterly unforgiving. Until we have thoroughly illuminated every single fissure of its crushing depths, we cannot possibly know what truly swims there. This has been Veil of Life, investigating the mysteries that refuse to stay extinct. The most terrifying truths are often those we simply refuse to believe.